Chris. So obviously the goal is always to come away with 3 points, but what does it say about this club to be able to come away with a point in a tough environment against a really tough team today?
I think it says a lot about our group. It shows, look, we've caught them a few times where they're hot and they're, in their building. We get a win and a tie. You would take those 4 points beforehand. We feel like disappointed, and when you score 3 on the road, that you want a little more. But it says a lot about the character to go down on the road, to come back in the way that we did. It wasn't just lumping balls. We talk about methodically, like a machine going after it, and we stuck to it. And I feel great about that.
Chris, once again, Bradley does it again, especially against DC. It's the first time in a long time he's had a hat trick, especially coming back, being down a goal, levels it 3 straight times for you. What do you say again about the amazing play of Bradley Wright Phillips?
Well, I think you asked me the other day, in this building, would it be a little more special for him? I don't know. I said, I hope so. But what's most impressive about Brad is that he stuck to it. And, at times it looks like, I wonder, can he get the benefit of the doubt sometimes? He seems to just throw his body around and he sticks with it. What's the most impressive I was going to say is that he doesn't get many chances. He doesn't get many looks. It's like, is it a half chance? And he's able to put himself in the right spot, and he wills himself to it, but it's his knack to score goals and his love for doing it.
Why do you think he's so effective against DC United and New York City FC?
Well, he's a competitor. Brad's a competitor, and he's a winner. So in those games that seem to have a little more on it, he maybe rises, and he's just, is it an extra something he can dig deep? Not sure. But in all reality, the reason he's good against those teams is the reason he's good against all teams. He scores against everybody, right, man? So on this day, it's 3, so he's always up for these games.
They went with a 3-back set to start the game. It seemed like they had some success with it early, and then by the midpoint in the first half, you kind of figured it out, and then they switched their tactics at halftime. Did you expect them, given kind of the results they'd had against you the first 2 times, to try something different? And how surprised or not surprised were you to see them go that way?
We talked about it about an hour before the game. We drew up some scenarios if it was, and we went over some of the tactical, things that we would address it. Do we drop our 8s a little deeper, almost like in a diamond, how that can cause trouble? Listen, compressing the spaces and sticking to our pressing on the day, and it wasn't going to be that affected. Now, early on, it was a flurry where they came out sharp and hard, and sometimes when you catch a team that's played a lot of games, might they come out tired? It's not. Usually it's the opposite. The team that's been off for some games, we can tend to come out a certain way, and that team that's been in a good rhythm of games can look like that. And we talked about it, but give them credit. They're a good team. They're a good team at home. A lot to play for, and we weathered that storm in all reality.
In previous seasons, it seems that the team, after a long layoff, seemed to come off the flat, half a step. This time, not the case. It seems that throughout the entire game, the team dug in and just kept that. What is that? Does that contribute to better planning? What's the difference between teams in the past and this team now?
When we got our national team players back a few days ago, 8 guys inserted back into training. The energy has been, great. The spirit's been high. And look, we know that we were going to play against a good opponent. Someone said, is there a desperate opponent? Listen, there's urgency on their side, and there's urgency on our side. So I think at this stage of the game, no team should be surprised if what the other's throwing at it and what it means. So, look, I think on the inside here, we have our goals in mind, and our challenge is to keep growing and understand what these games can look like from the beginning, from the end. If there's tactical changes in games, can we alter certain things during the game, our tactics, or pressing? But yeah, there's a lot of belief in that locker room there. We did it in Vancouver. We don't always want to play from behind, but we have. Home against Kansas City, Columbus, we go down 3 goals. That could have been 7, right? We come back 3-2 almost. So the team fights. But we want to get to a point where we don't have to come from behind like that.
I know you feel like you put the ball in net 3 times. You should be going back with 3 points, not just 1. But maybe this is a better question for the analytics department. But how many points do you think BWP is worth, if you can just kind of put a total on the amount of chances he converts and just how many results he helps to give you guys?
I'd say that, yeah, that is for the analytics. I mean, I would say that every game he plays, he deserves credit. The games he scores, you can see it where you can quantify it. And games that he doesn't score, he still does so much. So probably all the points that he's been part of along the way here, that he should take some credit.
Is there anybody he reminds you of that you maybe played with or against?
I would say that I'd say he's every team's got a guy that they can replicate. Wayne Rooney and what he means to a team. I mean, it's near flawless performance. And whether you go to New York City with Villa, you get one chance, one goal against us that day. Maybe it's more than that. I'm not sure, but he can a killer instinct. Brad, for me, no, he's unique. He's unique because of the way he scores. We talked about it not so long ago when he hit the 100th, but the way he gives to the team, the way he works for the team, he's in on the pressing, he comes back into the game, the way he gets on with guys on and off the field. So, no, he doesn't remind me of anyone. He's so unique.
From a fan perspective, this was a really entertaining game. As a coach, what are the stuff that you don't really like about your team and their performance?
I love our team. I love this team. Like I love my kids, right? I love my kids, but But listen, the point is, guys, you want to get somewhere in life. Let me tell you now, reality. Still love you, but you have goals. You want to do this. You want to do that. Now, you won't get there unless these things happen. Mm-hmm. So it's a similar message. The guys know I love the way we play and what we are and our philosophy at our club here. But we talk in a real way about not kidding ourselves. We can win games, we can come back, but you got to have more mature, consistent. I don't know the statistics, I didn't feel like we gave up a ton, of chances, shots on goal, yet it's like dangerous too often. So, what don't I like? Yeah, lack of urgency on plays, not stepping out to block crosses, understanding where guys are running in the box. There's little things that determine outcomes on the defensive end. And it's constantly a thing we'll keep trying to improve, and we emphasize, and we'll work at it. And then the coaching staff will look at it. I say to the guys, it's our fault. You let the staff know. Don't tell me what it is. It's on us. Let's figure this out, how we can help the team. Because so many things are good. So many things are good. And again, on a second time against a really good team in their building, we're catching them where they're hot. And that was not easy to come and get that result.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to say Ante? I think we remind you about that. I actually, a long time ago.